Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to be taking a look at triangles.
How can you classify triangles?
Howdy! There's been some road work around here lately. The road crews are using traffic cones to keep everyone safe. Today, I noticed that the three traffic cones form a shape. If you connect the distances between the cones, you'll get a triangle. But I wonder what kind of triangle it is. Let's look at the traffic cones to find out more about it. Okay, the distance between the first two cones is 20 feet. The distance between the second cone and the third cone is 17 feet. And the distance between the third cone and the first cone is 7 feet. I think knowing these distances will help us classify this triangle. But maybe knowing more about the angles will help too. We need to investigate. Come on!
Let's see how you can classify triangles based on the lengths of their sides and measures of their angles. Let's unlock the problem. Let's explore how to classify triangles by the lengths of their sides. An equilateral triangle has 3 congruent sides. An isosceles triangle has only 2 congruent sides. A scalene triangle has 0 congruent sides. Another way to classify triangles is by the measures of their angles. A right triangle has one 90-degree or right angle. An acute triangle has 3 acute angles. An obtuse triangle has 1 obtuse angle. What type of triangle is outlined in the pattern of Epcot Center's Spaceship Earth? All sides of the triangle are congruent, and all angles are acute. The triangle in the pattern of Epcot Center's Spaceship Earth is an equilateral acute triangle.
Notice you can name the triangle by the sides and by the angles. So it's equilateral because all 3 sides are equal, and it's acute because all 3 angles are smaller than 90 degrees.
Let's classify a triangle by the lengths of its sides and measures of its angles. Let's unlock the problem. You can begin by measuring the length of each side of the triangle. The length of line segment AB is 7 centimeters. The length of line segment BC is 7 centimeters. The length of line segment AC is 12 centimeters. Notice that triangle ABC has 2 congruent sides. What type of triangle has only 2 congruent sides? An isosceles triangle. Next, let's classify the triangle based on the measures of its angles. Angle ABC measures 120 degrees. Angle BAC measures 30 degrees. Angle BCA measures 30 degrees. Triangle ABC has one angle that is greater than 90 degrees. What type of triangle has an angle measuring greater than 90 degrees? An obtuse triangle. So triangle ABC is an isosceles obtuse triangle. Classify each triangle by the lengths of its sides and measures of its angles. Examine the triangle and select the appropriate classification.
Okay, so notice on this triangle, all the sides are equal. So because all sides are equal, it would be an equilateral triangle. And notice each of these angles is smaller than a corner. A corner looks like a capital L. So each of these is smaller than a capital L if you look at the shape. So therefore they are acute angles. So it would be an equilateral acute triangle.
That's right. This is an equilateral acute triangle. Let's try another problem. How would you classify this triangle?
Okay, on this one, none of the sides are the same. That makes it a scalene triangle. And because it does have one right angle, a right angle is always marked with a box, showing that it's a corner. It is a right triangle, so therefore it is a scalene right triangle.
That's right. This is a scalene right triangle. Let's try one more. How would you classify this triangle?
Okay, so if you look at this one, this line and this line tells me that these two sides are the same length, whereas this one, because it doesn't have one of those lines, is a different length. So it has two side lengths that are the same, which makes it an isosceles triangle, and it has an obtuse angle, so therefore it is an isosceles obtuse triangle.
That's right. This is an isosceles obtuse triangle. Now, let's practice with the personal math trainer.
Okay, we're going to stop there and we're going to take a look at your workbook. Open up your workbook to page 67. Okay, so let's take a look at question number 1. Question number 1 says, Fran drew a triangle with no congruent sides and one right angle. Which term accurately describes the triangle? Make sure you look back at your notes page. First thing you should do is, copy down this page of notes because you're going to need this to do your assignment. Scalene has no sides equal. Isosceles has two sides equal. Equilateral, all sides equal. Acute triangles have all angles that are smaller than 90 degrees. Right angles has 90-degree angle, at least one 90-degree angle, and it looks like the corner of a book. And then an obtuse angle is larger than 90 degrees. Copy this down before you go to your workbook page. Okay, question number 1. We want to know if it has no congruent sides, what type is it? And if it has one right angle, what type is it? So you should be choosing 2 answers. For question number 2, it says Nathan drew a scalene obtuse triangle. So look at your notes. What does scalene mean? And what does obtuse mean? And then would this be a picture that's scalene and obtuse? Check each one of these yes or no. Question number 3. Kelly drew a triangle with exactly 2 congruent sides. So think about what the name of that is. 2 congruent sides, 2 equal sides. Look at your notes. And then 3 acute angles. So again, what type of triangle is it? 2 answers here. Okay, question number 4. Kristen drew a triangle with 2 congruent sides. So again, what's that called? 1 obtuse angle, what's that called? Select 2 answers. Natalie drew an acute isosceles triangle. Which pictures here show acute angles and isosceles triangles? And then question number 6, yes or no, is this shape each one of these? For each one, you're going to say yes or no. Is it a quadrilateral? Is it a rectangle? Is it a square? Answer all 6 of those. Pause your video until you're ready to move on. Let's see how you did. On question number 1, it is a right triangle and it is a scalene triangle because it has one corner and no sides are the same. Question number 2, it is scalene because no sides are equal and obtuse is larger than 90 degrees. A, yes. B, yes. C, no. For question number 3, it's an isosceles triangle because it has two sides that are the same, and it is acute because all sides are acute angles, or all angles are acute angles. Question number 4, two sides that are the same, it's isosceles, and it has an obtuse angle, so it's also an obtuse triangle. Question number 5, A, no. B, yes. C, no. And then question number 6, A, yes. B, yes. C, no. D, yes. E, no. F, no. If you have any questions, make sure you email me. Have a great day.